lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name is Ryan, and today I'm going to be talking about Rob Liefeld's Last Blood #1. But before I get into that, I just want to thank everybody that's already subscribed to the channel, and if you were not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Check out some of the dope content on the channel. We got interviews, we got overviews of single issues, hardcovers, artist editions, indie creators, big name creators, all that good stuff. So hit that subscribe button and check out some of the dope content on the channel. And now let's get into some new dope content. Let's talk about this issue of Last Blood by Rob Liefeld. Direct to consumer. As you can see, this is a very, very glossy cover. You can see the reflection of the camera up overhead. But he released this through his Whatnot stream. This was the launch cover. I also got another cover as well. It's on the way, but I could not hold myself. I had to record this. I'm heading out to MegaCon this week and wanted to make sure I got this recorded so that I could drop it this week. Very, very excited by this. As you'll open up, you can look at the indicia right here. It's got Brigade, Bloodstrike, their logos, all that copyright, so you're getting a taste of what you're gonna see in this, right? And creator, writer, illustrator, he's doing it all except the only thing he's not doing is coloring and lettering, and then he does have some ink assist by Ed Tadeo. But I love this. Published by Rob Liefeld. It's all done through him. He doesn't need to go through a publisher. He's got the name recognition. He's got the fan base. And I really dig that he did this. I love that he's not going through the normal distribution channels and that he's just doing this directly to his fans. And it's a revisit to, some characters that have been missing for a little while, and I'm very stoked to get into this. I have not read every single Extreme Universe comic. Obviously, like when I was a kid in the 90s, I could only throw so much money so far, so I've definitely been filling out the back catalog of the Extreme Universe and all of Rob's creations. A lot of characters I know in this one. So we get Bo, and I love this, He's walking through the snow. He's on a mission and he's asking, is the same questions. Will I make it back alive? Is it personal? The answers determine the price in terms of engagement. But not this one. This time it's bigger than me. It's for all of mankind. And, you're going to see some blood. I love when we get fight scenes in the snow. There's no better effect than blood hitting that snow. And I got to say, this is some of my favorite stuff from Rob. I think you can feel the energy. You can feel the excitement. It's harkening back to the feeling that I got when I'd read those old Extreme Universe comics, and he's laying the groundwork, and he talked about on Robservations how he had originally drawn pages for what will be issue #2, and as he was doing that, he realized this, he's gonna do something different, so he's already got pages for issue 2 done. From what he said, it's gonna be a 4-issue miniseries, and it's not just ending here. It's gonna lead to some more stuff. So this is all about laying the groundwork, and we see Bo perched up in the tree. I love the all white blending into his environment, talking about how Civil War broke the country. The world is on the brink of collapse. Some Northern Alliance off the grid. He's breaking into this facility, and we still don't know who set him on this path. But it talks about the Northern Territories are used as lockups for resistance, remote, isolated, miserable conditions. So if something goes wrong, there's no cavalry to come save you. So he's climbing this wall. I love how he's propelling himself up this wall. Again, I love these action shots that Rob does. And I miss him doing these Archer characters. Because Shaft was one of my favorite members of Youngblood. So I always love seeing him, have somebody with the bow and arrow. Green Arrow is one of my favorite characters too. So always partial to characters that use archery as their form of weaponry. And you don't often see somebody breaking into a prison, but that's what he's doing, man. I love this. Sound the alarm. The ferryman is here. Payment is due. And this is where the fight takes place. This is so dope. Love this, man. If you accept a post out in this tundra, you're already dead. I'm just your escort to the afterlife. Your service to a tyrannical, oppressive regime is finished. I mean, just the dialogue in here, I really dig it. And I love that he's using these arrows almost like claws, like Wolverine. So he's just going to town, dude. And so much action. Love I don't know if this is Rob or not, or if this is the letter, but the sound effects are super effective. I love how they all have a different font to it, different, flavor. Schlack and just the amount of blood that is just splattering everywhere. So good. And talks about, in the aftermath of the fall, President authorized emergency powers and seized the government indefinitely. United Nations was dissolved, replaced by the Sovereign Accord. So this is a very bleak looking future. What I'm imagining is this president who's just ruling the country with nobody overseeing like the power that he's utilizing. Look at this. Splorch, Snicked. I love this shot right here. It's so dope. Kind of reminds me a little bit too of like Metal Gear Solid with Solid Snake, with the bandana over here. A lot of close quarters combat. I really dig this stuff. And now we see what he's come to. There's people that are being held called the Exceptionals. They're held in cages, starved, isolated, cruel and inhumane. To survive and he says, to survive these conditions, it takes the strongest of wills. And there we go. There he is. Battlestone right here, dude. So sick. I knew that he said, Rob's been saying it, dude. He's been saying, don't, like, there's plans. Stuff's in the works. He's held the secret well because people have asked him, social media, on his Facebook group, whether it's comments on his tweets or, just the feedback that he'll say on his podcast, talking about the plans that he has, right? Obviously, Image's 30th anniversary happened recently. He re-released some facsimiles, did some remastered, or had other artists reinterpret, like the first issue of Brigade, first issue of Bloodstrike. So now to see him come back to these characters that he made popular and had such a profound effect on, definitely kids of my generation, maybe a little bit older than me too, maybe by a few years. It's cool to see them back. Got Captain Freedom, we got KO, we got Atlas, makes the mention of Brigade, and he breaks them out. They've been trapped there for 6 weeks. And, all their powers have been taken out, but they're, as Bo says, your powers are going to be different. And, he's like, asking, how are you able to survive in these conditions? I'm built different, sir. Then we get a little battle with this robot that's come to take them out. Captain Freedom, dude, he's going to town on this robot. Then we see the Bloodstrike make their appearance. I love this. Blood Brothers forever. Am I right? So he's saying they're there to help. And then we get this double page spread. Just so sick, man. Battlestone's like, I'll fight you to my last breath. Who do you think hired Bo to spring you in the first place? And then we get the inevitable battle, and we see Battlestone. He's like, if we were brothers, you'd know my powers have evolved. And then he just turns into this stone creature. Get some great fight scenes here. And then what's about to take place. I almost don't want to show this off, but we're going to see the return of a character we've all been wanting to see for a very long time. So if you do not want to be spoiled, please turn the video off and fast forward. We get profit, dude. We get profit. We get the Berserkers. It's happening, guys. It's happening. The Extreme Universe characters is back in a big way. We get the preview pages for issue 2. Bunch of great shots of profit. It's all here. Last Blood #1. If you can get yourself a copy, I highly recommend it. I bought 2. This is a ride that I cannot wait to take with Rob. I'm very excited for everything he's got planned. He's got some good Marvel stuff, but this is the stuff I'm really excited about. I can't wait to see what he does next. And, check out his Whatnot show. I'll drop the link down below so you can find this book. Check out his podcast where he's, always dropping information on his current stuff. And make sure you like, follow, subscribe to this channel. And hit that bell icon so you're notified every time a new video drops. And on that note, I'm out.